Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos and deals. In front of us, we have the MD-237. This is an AM/FM portable radio. I picked this up off Amazon for $12.90. It had a $5 off coupon. Normally it retails for $17.90. So not a bad deal for a no-name mystery device. That's what the MD stands for. No product name, just says MD-237. So let's get at it. The box it came in, it's kind of a blue with black illustration of the radio. The little bullet points in the bottom. Radio earphone jack, that's nice to have, and AA battery operation. Side there, same thing. There you go, getting the idea. Here we got some specifications. As you can see, it has a full range AM band. That is nice to see on an import radio. And a weight of 92 grams. And of course, made in wonderful China. Okay, so if you guys are like, well, I want made in USA. Well, I do too. Just we haven't seen a company do that in the last, I don't know, 30 years maybe. Okay, so in here we got it bubble wrapped. Let's go ahead and pull that out. And I think the box is empty. We got some little directions. Let's see what we got here. Thank you. It's by Jin Meng, I think, if I'm saying that right. We are very happy to provide the discount code for your next purchase. 15% off. Don't steal my code, guys. You could email them. I'm sure that code's universal. Hope you'll love it. Okay, yeah, it's not a bad radio. I like it already. They want me to write a review on Amazon? I don't know, maybe. All right, if you have a good experience for your purchase, blah, 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 blah. Okay, get rid of that. Next, we have the user manual. Pretty basic radio, so yeah, there you go. Boom. Safety instructions, got to have those. 3-page pamphlet, nice. I like the small and simple. Radio operation, reception, and more specifications. There you go. 12-month warranty. With who? This is the mystery device. MD-237. What else? Who makes it? Who makes this thing? I love it. I'm guessing Jin Meng, but they didn't put their name on it, so I don't know. Okay, bubble wrapped, which is nice. All right, the radio's got a really smooth look. I love that. And it's got a matte finish, my favorite. So let's go ahead and go over dimensions. We'll start talking about this radio. So we have across here, we have 2 3/4 inches. For a length, we have 4 5/8 of an inch. And for a thickness, we have 1 inch. So let's do a little size comparison. I always keep a CC pocket on hand. CC Crane CC pocket. Yeah, AM/FM, no weather alert radio. A little more expensive than this guy. But there you go for size. The speaker sounds better, of course. It's got a nice sounding speaker. I like it. We have a CC Skywave in the house. Might use it later if we're doing an AM band scan. Use this to check to see where we're at. Current time is 9:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I live near Chicago, if you're wondering. And of course, we have a deck of cards here. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves mystery devices from China land. He's the Iron Man scientist. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, I'm always thinking of something new. There's your deck of cards. Okay, so let's talk about features of the MD-237. What's it got? Well, like I said, I really like the case. It seems very well made. It's all like a matte finish and it's curves everywhere. So this is a very, very pocket-friendly design. It looks like it stands. I don't know if my table's level. Hey, there you go, stands. So that's nice. So let's look on the left-hand side. We have our volume on-off control, our headphone jack. I always like to talk about the headphone experience. For me, I notice very little bit of slight hiss at low volume, barely noticeable, so you probably won't notice it. I have very sensitive ears, but not a bad experience at all. I noticed it has a flat neutral tone on FM and AM, so it's good for like maybe pop music. Classical, you might miss some of the highs, and for like a, I don't know, hip hop, you'll miss your low end, your bass. But it's just got a nice flat neutral FM. Not a bad experience. It's just that it might affect certain genres of music. AM, of course, it's perfect for news, sports, talk shows. So That's good to know, and plus it's only FM mono, both ears. There is no FM stereo on this radio, which is to be expected for a $13 radio I picked up. On the front here, bring it up close to the camera, we have a power LED indicator, turns bright red when the radio is on. Our model number, iconic. Our AM scale, 520 to 1710, FM 87 to 108. Now, I wish that dial indicator was in the middle there, but it doesn't really matter too much. I got a nice orange dial indicator. Our speaker has a nice sound to it. You can tell it's one of those plastic mylar type cones on there. It'll probably last a long time. This is 1 3/4 inches. And yeah, it does sound pretty well. You saw it stands, got a nice flat bottom. Right hand side with the tuning. I noticed mine towards the bottom here, it catches just a little tiny bit. Sometimes it hooks. It's not doing it right here. I got a little bit, but no big deal. I could probably open it up. It's probably just a little bit of flashing because this is a geared system with probably little teeth on the gear that grab the indicator's ribbon and moves it back and forth. So there you are. We have band select switch, AM, FM, very simple and basic. Back of the radio, we have our band information again, runs on 2 AA batteries. Our antenna, surprisingly short antenna. This antenna fits almost on the whole frame. Yes, it does. This is 8 3/4 inches. It does fairly well for FM reception. I was pretty impressed. With that, we'll talk about that in a second. And of course, it runs on 2 AA batteries. I believe this battery compartment is captured, so you won't lose your door. So it hinges back. And right now, I'm running 2 rechargeable high-capacity batteries by EBL. And as you can see, top battery, the positive is to the right, and the bottom battery, the positive is to the left. There you go. QC passed. Nice. Again, it's got a little ribbon here to help get the batteries in and out. So that's a nice feature. And it's easy to open and close. So that's also nice. Because on camera, that can be a challenge. I'm loving that. So let's go ahead and talk about FM reception. We'll do an audio demo, then we'll cruise both bands. Yeah, I'm going to do an AM and FM band scan. I know you guys have been harping on me to do FM band scans. Well, I'm going to do them more. I just can't hover on any music tracks. I'll go a little quicker over those. But let's go ahead and talk about FM reception. So FM reception report, what I do, I pick a spot in the house for doing FM radio testing. And I use that spot every time. And I usually do the same time of day, usually midday for FM. And I raise the antenna and I move the radio around and I try to find all the stations I can across the dial, marking off each one I find, the faintest station to the strongest station. If it finds it and it's audible and I can listen to it, that gets marked as a station found. So an average radio, like an analog, old school, that you'll find like on eBay, like this guy here. I always did this on my bench is like a nice little thing to show you. This gets an average score, 2.5 stars. I do it on a 5-star basis. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. This finds 48 stations, puts it in the middle category, okay to good, and it's very normal for an analog radio like that. So newer, older analog radios always score about 48 stations. These newer DSP radios, this is a DSP radio, not a bad thing. Some people say it's, oh, I don't like DSP, I wish they were all analog. Well, I like analog too, but DSP does have its good things. And FM, it's amazing. You can really get faint stations and you can really lock in on strong stations. That's a plus of a DSP on FM. This one here found 60 stations and that puts it in 3-star category of good for FM sensitivity. I was able to find faint stations and strong stations even near each other, which goes on to FM selectivity. The selectivity was very good because, good, 3 stars, because it was able to find those faint stations next to those stronger stations. The only reason why I get a higher selectivity score is if I found a lot more faint stations. That just shows you it's even better on selectivity. So they kind of work hand in hand. So overall, 3-star on FM. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and we're going to tune the FM to my radio Todderbert. What I use for this demo is I use a C-Crane FM transmitter too. Got it right over here. Transmitting on 92.9 megahertz. I'm using a Sony MP3 player as my input source, and it's transmitting some YouTube royalty-free music. And maybe I'll leave that on camera so you can see it while I do this. And yeah, let's tune it in. So let's make sure we're on FM there. Let's see, we're AM, FM. Yeah, we're on FM. It's kind of hard to tell you. It's a little switch here, pretty basic. Turn it on. We'll tune it in. There it is. Cool. Caught the end of that one. We'll run this for a few minutes.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll never have these marble, this you crazy mother.
There you go. Got a little taste of the radio Todderbert. Yep, got a little thing going. Let's turn that off. We'll go ahead and turn these off. We're going to go ahead and do an FM band scan. So move some boxes out of the way here. Might hit stuff. Well, the antenna's pretty short, so I won't hit too much. So we're going to extend the antenna. And we're going to go over to FM band. We'll start at the bottom. Now, I'm in a subfloor basement. I don't expect to pick up a ton down here. I'll try to move this antenna back and forth and see what we can pick up. All right, let's go ahead and turn this up and do an FM band scan. All right. Today we had a lot of E-skip action, which is pretty cool. But it's the evening now, so it tends to stop. All right. Oh yeah, I forget. It's up to go across, which is usually down. I'm used to tuning down.
Now, what if two guys really like to play tennis together? I mean, they love tennis, and they enjoy doing it together. And in fact, maybe they like playing tennis more than they like having babies. That we ought to suddenly pass a bunch of laws.
I don't know if I'll go there.
Tennis is the same thing as marriage.
And prayer. Earnest prayer, but earnest prayer. Why is it that we find
the creation of this mural? Across the street where Dragon Walk is, where he was first removed from his vehicle, Then right in the center there is the big paper mache fist, and grown to be what it is.
Even at my worst, where I thought God would turn his back on me, where I thought he would be disappointed.
During those trials is something that is going to be useful for you. But I wish it would have lasted. Now, in chapter 39...
This song has been healing to me. My prayer is that it can be healing.
From my dad, Truths About God, by musician and author Michael...
Thank you to everyone who's keeping me company. This is Robin Schultz and Felix Giant. But you can't break my spirit back.
GM technology, which means we've got the right Duralast Platinum battery for you.
Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. Use my...
Our motor never quits. And when it comes to making a difference in our local communities...
That you wanted to give me the world.
Even care to ask how the person is doing. I kind of just don't want her doing lash lifting anymore.
You walk out on me when we both.
Good music. Okay, I think it's picking up some interesting. I thought it was like a flute. Picking up some kind of signal. I turned off everything here. Okay. There we go. There's a classical station.
To thank our fans.
You know them for their epic performances.
Scoring is really like my favorite part of this whole... My jesteśmy przyzwyczajeni traktować Rockię jako ważne.
Okay, there we go. There's our FM band. Get a little taste of it. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Hearing the broadcast FM band, you can tell the speaker has a more full audio spectrum versus the played back received C-Crane transmitter setup that I was doing earlier. I do like doing the FM band scan. It does give a better, nice little tonal difference. I'm glad that I did that. All right, so we're going to go to AM band. Now, if you noticed, I retracted the FM antenna. Most people know that watch my channel that the AM antenna or AM band uses an internal antenna, which is usually a ferrite bar with a coil of copper wrapped around it and attached to 2 points that tunes the medium wave band or AM band. And then you turn the radio this way. The horizontal edge of that antenna is usually like this, and you turn this to point at the station you're trying to receive. It's been like that for many years, decades and decades. So let's go ahead and switch it to AM. We'll bring it to the bottom of the band. Now, I noticed the DSP on this one. I like more notched DSPs on AM band, but this one here kind of has a pseudo analog style where it kind of phases in and phases out. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm on the fence. I'm kind of in between. So let's go ahead and tune in and see what we can pick up. During the day, it did pretty good. Locals came in really strong, of course. Semi-locals were good. And faint stations were possible, so I was able to pick up some faint distance stations with a little bit of patience. So let's go ahead and tune the band, and I have a cheat sheet next to me. If we find anything long distance, I'll let you know, and I'll give you some station ID information on it. But here's what my cheat sheet looks like, in case I forget. I tend to forget. Those are a lot of numbers to remember. Alright, let's keep going.
But it may be the Bucks losing a 6, not the Bucks winning a 6.
I think the chant was Bucks only play 6.
Oh, that was it?
Okay, this is 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles away, 400 watts, very directional.
Never have the audacity to do
Cuts out,
throw like that. Why would
comes
you
back in.
not attempt to take
See how that works? Pretty cool. Let's keep tuning.
Learn. Thank you, Mr. President. Love that line. Welcome back to America First with me, Sebastian.
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago, Illinois.
Lubrious, fetid swamp that is Washington, D.C. If you like talk radio, if you like this show, then support those that make it possible. Great patriots like Mike Ventral.
Yeah, 1020 Central Daylight Time near Chicago.
you know, Giannis and Chris and Drew are going to be, you know, the focal point probably. And
this sounds like 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. About 52 miles away, 10,000 watts at night. Again, directional.
So we probably need a little bit of
Cuts out. That's that cutting out. I'm not a fan.
All right, thanks, bud. All right, thank you.
Bucks coach Mike Budenholzer as his team suffers a game.
Eraser, greatest invention ever.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
At CBS News, our mission is to
Clint.
the facts you need to stay safe.
Lab. Destination, ability.
Shirley Ryan, Ability Lab, advancing human ability in Chicago.
I think this is 670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago.
Have to choose between a great shave and a fair price. It just feels in my hand. And right now, Harry's is offering listeners their starter set at harrys.com/ND. Harry's delivers a close, comfortable shave at a fair price.
I went backwards a little bit to see if I could pick up Nashville. This is 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1600 watts. Hispanics music, but usually, yeah, 650 is right in here.
Repair project. That's waterproof615.com and remember, at Frontier Basement Systems, we're all things sweet.
Hi, this is Jason Aldean.
Hey, this is Reba.
Hi, this is Craig Morgan, and you're listening to WSM.
As you can tell, there you go, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles, WSM. Notice how it cut in and cut out and got loud and quiet. Again, pretty obnoxious sometimes on faint stations. I would tend to want to listen to an analog radio then. But there we go.
Finding great candidates.
Almost. The pitch. And a temper foul. Another fastball right
Along, which is why you should try Zipper.
One ball, one strike count. Robertson is second.
This is 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. I'm only going to hit a few more suspects and then we'll call it in. I'm not going to try to do the whole AM band. But this is 700, yeah, WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. And yeah, we'll see if we get Zoomer Radio here in a second.
Get a quality
heart failure. And what happened with the heart failure is that her doctor thinks that
720 WGN, Chicago, the strongest station in my area.
And the reason she had the high blood pressure undiagnosed was that she would. The reason she wouldn't was that.
Going the wrong way.
Michael Bublé on Stardust, and on the theme of me and Mrs. J. Jones. Me and Mr. Jones, Amy Winehouse. Look, I'm so codependent, I feel your feelings before you even do.
Here's CFZM 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
In Rome. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Here's WSB Atlanta, Georgia on 750. This is 630 miles.
There's a great Chinese place.
So the indicator's fairly accurate on the AM band. They draw a line straight up.
You immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria.
Here's 780 WBBM, Chicago.
Cash credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job.
Au lave-vaisselle. Donc on la rince avec un chiffon.
Et c'est comme une espèce de patine qu'on...
Here's 860, jumped right up there. CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
Patine qu'on entretient.
Let's go back a little bit.
If you're a musician, if you're making a film, if you're creating and build airplanes, right? Custom motorcycles.
This is 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, about 300 miles south of me. Usually this is ground zero and then coast to coast after.
And all of a sudden, 100 million people are playing your game.
We think your internet should be citizen.
Create the band.
The flagger was killed late Friday evening while...
Oh, I know. All right, Kevin, I got to let you run. I want to get one more in there before the break, okay? Thanks, man. Talk to you. Thanks. Joe is in Lynn. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hey, Dan. How you doing? Parker Brothers Monopoly game. I don't think that. Peter Parker. Peter Parker.
I guess it's 1,000 to be MVP. Chicago. Let's go to the top of the band.
Peter Parker, man.
If we're over 50, we need it.
Okay, we're picking up Hispanic station. This is 1700. This is actually out of Texas, KKLF, Richardson, Texas, 790 miles. Not bad. Usually KBGG from Des Moines, Iowa mixes. Okay, so there we are. The MD-237 or mystery device, or mystery. M is for mystery. I love it. So yeah, for, $12.90, this is a great pocket radio. What would I compare it to? Like a Prunus, what is that one? 166? I'm trying to remember the different ones. Sangean SR-35-ish. That one's, yeah, similar. I mean, the 35, I think the Sangean 35 has a little bit more bass to it. There's a lot of good radios in this category, but this is not bad for the money. This is a great backup radio. Like I say, smooth edges. I like the 2-battery operation, 2 AA's. Headphone experience, isn't bad at all. The overall build quality seems really nice for a generic radio. I mean, this is generic as it gets. I mean, there's just no name on it except for the model number. I don't get it. But must be in circles there. MD-237 must be something special. This reminds me of the Radio Shack DSP radio that they have. Pretty similar and respectful there, as far as audio and reception capabilities. So there it is. Is it a buy at $12.90? Yes. Is it a buy at $17.90? Probably not. I don't know. $17.90. It depends. I mean, it's only $5 more, but $5 is $5. I used to be able to buy radios for $5. Maybe you can at Goodwill still. There you go. But definitely gets a buy around $13. I'll have links below in the comments section and in the video description. Feel free to support the channel. I'll link other radios, such as the Sony ICF-P26, which is all analog. Give that a try for a nice analog experience. And for another DSP radio that's a little higher end, Sangean SR-35. I'll have links to those 2 radios and this one. All great, 3 great radios to own and to tune around with. And this one's probably one of the most pocket-friendly radios out there. You will notice that if you pick this one up. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a big like if you did. 2, if you like no-name mystery device radios, mystery, M is for mystery. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified. A lot of people see these and don't know much about them, don't know if they should pull the trigger. I was nervous of it too, but it looked good enough, you know, by pictures. Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover. I judged it, and it judged well. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the MD-237. Do you like its overall performance and appeal, design? Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.